Hey internet, so as you can probably tell by the title of this video, it's not the happiest of videos, but I basically just wanted to come on here and make a video about how fucked up the world is at the moment. I can't deal. First and foremost, what I think is the most important thing, the abortion ban in Alabama. If you haven't heard about it, basically a whole group of old white men, and I think like 2 middle-aged women, have tried to pass a law to ban abortion and make it illegal. I'm so sorry, but it is future Jessie editing this video, and I just have to interrupt myself for a hot minute because turns out this old bitch called Kay Ivey has passed it, and she is an old white woman who looks literally fucking 84, probably a conservative Christian, like about to drop dead any minute, and she's voting for the future of a whole state. Raised in a society where abortion wasn't a thing, that you had to have babies, very old school. She signed it into law, making abortion a felony, punishable with up to a 99-year prison sentence, except to save the mother's life with no consideration for incest or rape. Cool. Wow. The law was written by a woman, State Representative Terry Collins. This legislation stands as a powerful testament to Alabamians' deeply held belief that every life is precious and that every life is a sacred gift from God, Ivey said. Fuck me, While acknowledging it is currently unenforceable because it is at odds with a Supreme Court case in 1973, Roe v. Wade. It hinges on the idea that American women as citizens of the country have a constitutional right to privacy and to determine when to have a child. Despite Ivey's statement, Alabama's track record on protecting every life is abysmal. It's the 4th worst state in the US for infant mortality, and overall life expectancy is one of the lowest in the country. Ivey and Collins are clearly not thinking about the lives of women that are lost worldwide and were in America until the Roe v. Wade case came into effect to unsafe abortions. They currently account for about 15% of the maternal deaths around the world, amounting to over 45,000 women a year. Wow. Just honestly really sad that this is happening, and I just feel devastated, especially all those women who kind of died to like just have a right to vote and have any kind of rights, and then there's people these days that just shit all over that. Anyway, back to the video. So that's obviously a huge step backwards from all the work that everyone has done to try and make this society A, equal, B, just decent. I just think you should be able to do whatever the hell you want with your body, especially if you've been raped. And it's just beyond me. The women that have voted it, that's beyond me. I can't believe that. That's such a betrayal to womanhood and to just people and decency. Yeah, basically like all this stuff's come out, whether they're true or not, quotes from all these government people that have tried to vote for this law. And the quotes are horrific, basically saying people that get raped deserve it, or that they're asking for it, or that women basically can easily just clean themselves out and that's it, or if they get raped and they get pregnant, then that's what God intended. And it's just fucked up, honestly. Even if you have sex with someone you love and then you decide like, you know what, we're not ready for a baby, surely that's better to abort it than to bring a child into the world that isn't loved and looked after properly. Like, if you're not ready for a baby, you should have every right to say, well, I don't want it. And the fact that they think that women should have to have it, yeah, it's just so fucked up and so backward. And I'm just so devastated for A, the women of Alabama, and just B, society. Like, I'm so disappointed. I just think every government should have an equal representation. And also, why should we make laws based on people's choices? Like, you're taking freedoms away. Religion and state should be secular and separate. A lot of celebrities have come forward saying how bullshit it is. Men have advocated like, what a joke. Everyone is like, what the hell? Someone actually posted a meme of the show The Handmaid's Tale, kind of saying like, it's not that far-fetched, which is so messed up. I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it, and it's right. Like, we make this show of like a complete kind of horror thing that we think, oh, that would never happen, but that's so scary if it did. And now it's not that unrealistic. Anyway, there's lots of info out there, so if you haven't heard of it, have a look, give your 2 cents, because I just think it's horrific. And if you are religious and if you do believe in pro-life, that's great, but I just think that should be for yourself. Like, you should never push that on someone else. Everyone should make their own individual choice. And I found a really, really good meme that basically says if abortion is murder, then so is masturbation and all this other stuff. I will put it here quickly so you can read it, because it's so true. It's so laughable. Like, if men think women should have a baby just because there's a bit of sperm in them, if you think sperm is life, then all these things is basically like genocide, murder. It's such a good meme and such a good quote. I'll also add maybe a few other ones that I found, because there's just so many good ones out there that are so true. Anyway, as you can tell, I feel very strongly about that. The second thing, which is way, way, way down the spectrum of importance, but still has kind of made me go, what the fuck, this week, is the whole James Charles and Tati Westbrook Jeffree Star drama. Obviously, if you don't know the story, there's, again, so much out there, and this is a YouTuber influencer beef thing, so that's why I just feel so ridiculous talking about that after the whole Alabama abortion thing. I wish that's what the influencers and celebrities were talking about instead, but I wanted to put in my 2 cents on this as well, because first of all, basically Tati brought out the first video, obviously, and my issue with this is, no matter how much a friend of yours has fucked you over, no matter how mad you are, no matter how sad you are, no matter how much you think that person needs help, the last fucking thing I would do would be to post a video knowing full well that A, you could ruin this person's reputation, B, that you know you're gonna get so many views, so much attention on it because you're addressing an issue that no one knows about, that's behind the scenes, so obviously everyone wants to know all the goss. It's not really your place to tell all this goss because it's a private matter. No matter what someone did to me, I don't think I could ever do that to them, because at the end of the day, yeah, it is private. It's between you and your friend. If you can't go over there and have a face-to-face conversation, that's on you. And if you think that they're beyond help and that, you know, they're fucking their life up and making all these mistakes and they need to be told, that's not your place to tell them. She's not his mum. She's done with him. She just needs to say to him, look, this friendship's over in my eyes, I need space. Block him on everything, do what you've got to do, cut him off from your life. I get like clearing your name if things have been said about you, that's fine. You don't have to drag him through the mud. I just found it so bizarre. Like, I would never get to that point for a friend. Like, if he decides to make all these stupid decisions to fuck up his life, that's on him. It's a learning curve. He is a 19-year-old boy, so he's gonna make mistakes, he's gonna do dumb shit. The main thing of this, I just wanted to point out how fucking flaky influencers, famous people, and I guess just Hollywood society, even just this society, how fucking flaky everyone is. Because the second somebody says something about someone that may or may not be true, without even letting them defend themselves, they unfollow you, they disassociate themselves with you without even hearing you out. Obviously, James Charles has done videos with Iggy Azalea, which they seem like besties. Kylie Jenner, same kind of thing. Kim Kardashian, all these big names have done stuff with him and seemed like genuinely friends with him or genuinely fans of him. And as soon as something comes out that may or may not be true, they have to unfollow him. And I get that it's more of a damage control thing, but I still think, like, what the fuck, I would be so pissed off. And especially Jeffree Star, who I am a huge fan of. I think he is just such a no bullshit, down to earth kind of genuine person that isn't afraid to call people out, and I love that about him. But the fact that he is so quick to jump on James Charles after it seems like they had such a genuine friendship just makes me question, like, wow, is he genuine? Because he can just turn on his supposed friend because someone else has said something and he's just believed it. None of them have really given him a chance to explain himself. They've just, like, Tati just made a video without actually speaking to him. And I just find that so bizarre. Again, obviously it's all he said, she said, but the main point is I can't believe how fucking flaky people are and they're just dropping him as a friend because something was said, or his reputation. Like 3 million people unfollowed him, unsubscribed to him without hearing his side, without letting him defend himself. It's just ridiculous. And in his video he mentioned that some guy had said James Charles molested this guy in high school or something in the boys' toilets. It went viral. It basically almost killed his reputation. And then he came out, the guy, saying it was a social experiment, it didn't actually happen. But hundreds of thousands of people believed it, and that's fucked up. As James said in his video, it's like now people are guilty before proven innocent rather than the other way around. Even with the whole Shane Dawson thing, somebody just made a video pointing out why they think he's a pedophile, which is such a huge accusation. And yet everyone believed it, and again, it nearly ruined his career. And it's just like, you can just say something, you can say anything you want about someone and it can get picked up like that. One of my favorite songs is 1,000 Trees by Stereophonics, and the lyric is basically, it only takes one tree to make 1,000 matches, but it only takes one match to burn 1,000 trees. And that's so true. Like, James Charles has worked his whole life basically to get where he is. He just went to the Met Gala. Yes, he's a little bit egotistical sometimes and maybe the fame gets to his head, but fuck me, he's 19, you know what I mean? And how quickly they can fall. Like 3 million people because of something that someone said that he hasn't even got a chance to back himself up on. And I just find that so fucking crazy. Like, spreads like wildfire, people believe what they believe, and I guess this is just celebrities in general, but it is fucked up. So anyway, that is my 2 cents on that. Just wanted to touch on it. I don't necessarily have sides, I just think the whole thing is fucking ridiculous. And lastly, I just wanted to mention the Australian election has just happened. Basically there's 2 main parties that will be in power in Australia, either Liberal or Labor. Liberal won. I'm sure they have a lot of flaws. I'm not saying I'm a pro-liberal. I don't really care, honestly. I wanted to bring it up because I just think it's such a shit, like, choice. There's no good choice. You're choosing the lesser of evils. And I think we're all just sick of not having someone great to vote for, whereas New Zealand have the best Prime Minister ever. If you haven't seen her stuff, like, she just seems incredible. We need somebody that is actually like listening to what the people want and doing some good rather than just after making money and like promoting themselves. It's awful, and I just wanted to very quickly just say how devastating it is not to have some kind of good choice. They have been some of my opinions on why I'm so disappointed in society at the moment. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know in the comments your thoughts on any of the 3 topics. Again, I just feel so ridiculous having talked about the YouTube beef after such a vital, important thing as abortion banning. I'm sorry if all my like words were like blah blah blah. I always feel like I lack like a structure in these videos, but I just literally wanted to come on and have a chat because I'm so over it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and yeah, like I said, please leave a comment. I want to know everyone's opinions. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.